Hello everyone, I am Marina International Master Rishikesh Chavan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's start today's practice games. As usual, we are selecting 5 plus 3 time control. Okay, we got white. Okay, black can either continue this with King's Indian defense or he can convert it into Grunfeld. Let's see what he plays. Okay, he's playing King's Indian defense. We'll be playing classical variation of King's Indian defense and we'll start with bayonet attack. Okay, this is not the position for bayonet. Let's castle first. Is he making any mistake? Because I guess after bishop into knight, pawn into bishop, queen into pawn, we are getting a free pawn. He cannot recover his pawn either by knight into d5 or even knight into e4. In both the cases, we'll simply capture the knight with the queen, and that way we'll be getting a free pawn, and the queen will be safe. So I guess it's safe to capture the pawn right now. Okay, now he can play knight into e4 because if we capture with the knight, then he will capture our queen, and we cannot capture it with the queen because obviously we are going to lose a queen over here. So it's better to move the queen on d2. Now we will simply start lining up the pieces. Uh, okay, let's start with this first. Rook e1. If he plays knight e5, then we are going to play bishop e2 and then f4. Now he has played a5. That means he is going to play knight c5. Let's move this bishop first because later on, whenever he plays knight c5, we'll be playing bishop d3. That way, we are giving extra defense to this e4 pawn. Of course, we can later on still play f3. But right now, I don't want to play f3 because then this diagonal will be open, and then later on, black can give bishop d4 checks. It's not very dangerous right now, that bishop d4 check, but it's always better to avoid all the checks unnecessarily. Now what is he trying? Okay, maybe he's going to play queen d4 over here so that the bishop is pinned. I cannot move the bishop, so let's see. Maybe it's better if we simply move the bishop away. Maybe then later on we can play ra d1. We need to be careful on this long diagonal. Let's see. It's better to develop the pieces. Okay. So we have a bad pawn structure over here. We have these double pawns, and these double pawns are totally blocked by this c5 knight. C5 knight is very strong. We need to find some way to exchange this knight. Right now it looks very difficult because we are having white square bishop. So maybe meanwhile we'll just improve our position by playing something like king f2. Keep the bishop here only because of this bishop. Even black's knight is not doing anything special. These both the pawns are weak, and these both the pawns are hanging right now. And the good thing for us is that black cannot attack these pawns right now. Okay, let's see where is he going. Okay, he attacks. What can we do right now to find some better plan? Let's see. I know this is a bad move because we are keeping all our pawns on white color, and that way this c2 bishop is getting more and more weak or inactive. But right now, I guess white has to stop all the breakthroughs. Let's see if we can play h4 over here. H4, pawn into h4, rook h1, and I guess this should do right. Okay, let's try this then. It will take him a lot of efforts to play rook e8, rook h8. So meanwhile, what I'm planning to do, maybe we'll play rook h5 first and keep this pawn under attack, and then we can play something like either king e3 or king g3. We can push the pawn ahead and exchange the pawns. Let's play this first. Okay, let's think over here. Rook h5, rook into pawn into king h6, king up. I don't think we have enough. Uh, oh, we can go inside, right? Yes, we can get this and then this. Sorry. Okay, let's continue with this. So these two players are like football players. They are marking each other. So the bishop is marking the knight, and the same way knight is marking the bishop. So they are limiting each other's scope, each other's activity. So maybe even he is calculating whether he should capture the rook or not. Okay, we got this outside passer over here. Oof, oof, oof. We should have played this first. Now let's think what we can play. We can go back, but in that case, he will play king h6 and he will capture the pawn. So it's better to go ahead. But if we capture this first, so maybe this into this, knight into pawn check. Maybe move this knight over here, king over here. Okay, this looks kind of nice. We have to play a bit quickly also because we are kind of short on time. Ouch. This double attack was coming up, so that's why we had to move the king. Now we can play something like bishop d1, so that our king will be free to move on the side of the board. When opponent is having a knight, it's better to keep your pieces on opposite color so that knight cannot give double attack. Okay, let's come over here. Again, we are avoiding this square. Now the next plan is to play bishop e2, and then we can move our king ahead, and then maybe we can hope to capture these black pawns. Okay, he's trying to create one outside passer, but it's not possible right now for him because this pawn is a backward pawn. Okay, what is he going to do? Nothing right now. We can move ahead. We can of course sacrifice the pawn, but is it necessary to sacrifice the pawn? I don't think so. We are losing this and this, right? Let's see what we can do. We should keep this outside pawn. Okay. I hope we are not missing anything. Is there a double attack coming up? No, not at all. Now we should win this. Okay, now this is winning. We'll start pushing both the pawns. Okay, let's capture the pawn first, and then we can win aram. Say okay. Now in this position, we can definitely we're not losing, that's for sure. Losing in the sense we are not losing on time. Okay, he resigned. So it was a good game. We got a free pawn in the opening. I think he miscalculated. He thought he's getting that pawn back with some discovered attack, but it was totally what you say overlook from him. So we got a free pawn, but then maybe we played too passively in the opening. We should have played more attackingly or actively. But then somehow we held on to the position, and then we got that outside passer in the end game, where again he miscalculated. He didn't check the outcome of the position, and with the active king, outside passer, long range piece. One more difference was knight against bishop. When there are pawns on both sides of the board, in that case, bishop is better than a knight. The bishop can move on both the sides very quickly. So we used that ability of the bishop, and then we started capturing all the black pawns one by one. We got few passers also, and finally we promoted a queen, and then opponent had to resign. He had nothing on the board. So it's a good game altogether. I hope you have enjoyed this game. Please don't forget to like this video, and also don't forget to subscribe our channel, so that we'll be bringing you all such nice videos to you. See you soon. Thank you very much.